boy just asked me, why do I have his daddy on child support? I could do all that on my own. He doing bad. Do you have anything to say for yourself? As we walk in the grocery store to get him some food, why don't I have his daddy on child support? These kids are something else.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm your host Nava. Once again, if you are new here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I am trying to get to 2K in the next few months if possible, so ladies, please help me out. And let's go ahead and jump into this video. So once again, I was scrolling TikTok and I ran across this video, or on YouTube. I might have seen somebody post it on YouTube, one of those. So I saw this video, and it's this little boy asking, this baby Dusty, asking his mama why come she's making his daddy pay child support. Me, being the good Virgo woman that I am, I would have told him, you can go stay with your daddy and get a job, and you and him could be roommates, and you can help him, because his daddy obviously doesn't have the money to raise him. So if he's so concerned about his daddy, he should go stay with his daddy. So that would have been me. But I'm married, for you that don't know. I'm married and I have two boys. I have one that is about to be 18 and one that is about to be 13. And I see no reason why this little boy shouldn't be working. He can go buy his own groceries, actually. And my husband has always told me that if we get a divorce, like, he's keeping his sons, and I wouldn't argue with him. Why would I argue with that? They're boys, they should go be with their daddy. The only reason I could think of that boys shouldn't be with their daddy is if he's like really abusive, or if he's just like, he's like mentally ill or something. But if he's just broke and the boy is like 17, 18, talking noise and questioning me like this, yeah, he would be going to go stay with his broke daddy, and he would have to get a job and help him out. That's just how I think. I know a lot of mothers, a lot of boy moms, aunts, whatever, don't think like that. But this boy, obviously, he's either watching Red Pill, or his dad is watching Red Pill, or his dad just is talking like that. Even if they aren't Red Pill, it's a lot of men that don't want to pay child support. They don't feel like they should have to pay child support if they're not with the baby's mama. They don't want to have any responsibility. So I'm not going to talk too much. I'm going to go ahead and jump into these videos of what the ladies had to say, and I will throw in a few other videos about what some women had to say about putting their kids' dads on child support. And I will be back after this.
Mom who made a video about her son asking about why she has his dad on papers child support, she needs to make her son watch both of those comedy specials with both Kevin Hart and Ali Sadiq. Ali Sadiq, I think it's called Domino Effect. Fantastic body of work. I saw him in Connecticut. Awesome. Go catch him if you can catch him. Because both of them had a very similar experience where they were raised and growing up with their mother. And then finally they got the opportunity where the dad is like, oh, come live with me, or they wanted to go live with their dad thinking things would be better. But as Ali Sadiq said and realized, he's like, at my mama's house, it wasn't fun, but she had amenities. She basically had the things that he needed to survive and to thrive. His dad's house had him selling crack out the back door while the dad took off for a few days. Also, when he had a toothache, put some cocaine on the back of his teeth to numb the pain. That was going on at his dad's house. Kevin Hart, same situation. At his mom's house, it wasn't fun, it wasn't blah, blah, blah. Then finally, when he got the opportunity, like, yeah, we're gonna do this, I'm gonna live at my dad's house. He specifically said when he moved in, he met like a whole bunch of other cousins, other siblings that he didn't know. He thought he was gonna have his own room, live nice, live large and in charge. Yeah, boys, bachelor pad. And it was not that. It was not that. So listen, I have never been in this circumstance. I was raised in a single parent home. My dad didn't care for us like that. So I always knew that no matter how my mom was, I was like, I literally have nowhere else to go. And both of those comedians, Both of those comedians both go on to be like, I owe absolutely everything to my mother. I owe everything to this woman who was looking out for us, trying to have our best interests, making sure that we were okay. And Ali Sadiq, it's unfortunate, I saw a clip go by on social media. He's like, even when his dad passed away or when he was in his final years, he was always wondering, like, how can you walk away from us? Like, I look exactly like you. How could you not care about us? Anyway, let that mom, if you're seeing this, let that boy go be with his dad. Let that go be with his dad and learn for himself. Learn for himself.
The lady whose son went viral in the grocery store for saying, "Why is my daddy on child support when you can pay for all the bills?" She is going to regret every single thing she is saying to people right now. Oh, how dare you guys say that my baby daddy's a bum? With questions like that, he is. Oh, stop saying my son's gonna grow up and hate women. Y'all are just projecting your childhood traumas. He is. I see my brothers go through it. I've seen cousins go through it. Every time somebody talks about Nick Cannon, people are in the comments talking about, "I only saw my dad twice a year and he was the best dad in the world." No, baby, you're a victim. These men will quite literally blame their dad abandoning them on their mother. They would never admit that they have a bad dad. You going back and forth, people, my son would never be a podcast bro. Y'all saying my son go grow up and be a podcast bro? Ma'am, he's already acting like one. Go check his search history. Go check his watch history. A bunch of women in the comments are like, listen, a lot of these boy moms, they never learn. They never learn. And I wouldn't be so mad if it wasn't going to affect other women in the future. I've seen this story before. You have men on this app today on live every single day talking about how much they hate single moms when they grew up with a single mom. The cycle, I fear, will continue.
I don't want no fucking kids. Like, point blank, period. I don't want them. I'll be an amazing aunt. I am an amazing aunt. I'm a great cousin. You know, if my friends have kids, I'll take care of their kids. Me, I don't want no kids in my house. I barely want this shit in my house. Yeah. But anyway, so I saw the video of the lady who was at the grocery store with her son and grown-ass son. And the grown-ass son is like, "Why is my dad paying child support? You can do it by yourself." Like I said, I don't want no fucking kids. But if by the off chance I get with somebody, just happen to have a kid, right, and me and the man don't work out for whatever fucking reason, and the kid, I'm raising this kid up until he's in his teenage years, right, and he's talking about, "Why is my daddy on child support? You can do it by yourself." I would swaddle his big ass in a fucking blanket, tape the child support check to his chest, and drop him on his daddy's doorstep. And attached to the child support check is a note basically being like, "You know what? You don't have to worry about sending me a child support check any longer because this is your son, your big grown-ass son, and clearly he feels some type of way about the child support, whatever. Now he can live with you full-time. I will pay you the child support. I will pay you 120% of the child support if that means that big grown-ass kid isn't in my fucking house no more. So now I can be the single parent. I can be the childless parent that men like to do, okay? I can go out. I can travel. I don't have to worry about this shit. All I gotta do is send a check every month, and you take care of the rest, period. I don't understand why y'all don't be dropping them kids off at the dad's house. Sometimes these kids, especially them boys, the boys that are teenagers that, you know, are now in this incel podcast loop that y'all don't seem to monitor your kids and make sure that they don't get to, they need to feel it. They need to see it. Those who can't hear must feel. So I would drop him off at his daddy's house so that he can be with his daddy. So he don't have to worry about the daddy sending a check to me. He can live with his daddy. And then what the fuck do you think is going to happen? That man don't want his kid. If he wanted his kid, he would have gone to court and fought for joint custody or sole custody. All these child support arguments, there was a guy on Twitter a couple of days ago that was like, I wonder if I should tell my 13-year-old daughter how much I send monthly in child support checks. Again, people are asking. I asked him, I said, so what is the goal there? Why do you want your child to know about the amount of money you're sending over there? He's talking about, I'm an active parent, I'm a this, that, the third. He's answering every other question except what is the main goal. Then he gonna say he's retired, I think, from the military. So then I'm commenting, I'm like, great. So it sounds like you got free time to get full custody and have that child live with you. didn't respond. These men complain about the money but don't want to do the work to avoid the money. The only way to avoid the child support money is to go to court and fight for custody. Go do it. Go do it. But they're not going to do it. They're not going to go to court because they don't want the child in their fucking house. And unfortunately, again, this is me, childless person, you know, childless person looking in. They don't want full custody. Men want the freedom of, you know, going in and out, especially if they have a thing for the mama. Now, when my parents divorced, my dad paid child support. It's 4 kids up until the youngest turned 18, and it was done. When because he's a pilot, when he's retired now, when he was in town, we went to his house and we stayed. Then when it's time for him to go to work, we go back to the mom's house. So we had shared custody. It was agreed upon by the court. It wasn't, you know, I'm sure, I don't know the full details of it, but that's what the court decided, and that's what we did up until, you know, I was in like college. And it's like, okay, I don't have to do this anymore. I can have my own apartment. I can do all this. Reeling it in. If your teenage child is like, why does daddy pay so much child support? Because the daddy is telling him about that child support, or her. Why does daddy have to pay some more? I'll be like, you know what? Call your daddy and tell him to come pick you up. Tell him I will no longer ask for a child support check as long as you come pick them up and let them stay with you full time. And see how that happens. It is tale as old as time. These men they don't want to be a full-time parent, and they also don't want to pay. They want to be scot-free. They want to be able to come in and out of people's lives, whether or not, you know, he has a desire for the mama. That's it. You over there on the phone, kiki and be like, why he just tell me this, that, the third? Girl, cut that camera off. Drop all of his groceries back on the shelves and drive him straight to his daddy's house, drop him off, and tell the dad, don't worry about child support, here's your kid. That's it. He's old enough, the child is old enough now, when he goes to stay with his daddy, to really know what the fuck is up.
I am noticing that more and more women are actually starting to give their children over to their fathers and put themselves on child support, and they're going on about their life. Now, before I get into what I'm going to say, I just want to say I am not judging any woman that has decided to do so. For whatever reason, you made that choice, and that's what you felt was best. But also, I ain't even mad at y'all. I just want to go ahead and say that. As a single mom, I'm not even mad at y'all. Now, do I feel like I could be one of those women to stand in that line and do so? No. However, I'm not even mad at y'all, because it's one thing to, now I get it, one night stands and situationships, things happen. Okay. But when you're in a relationship with a person and men can just abandon ship, just jump ship mid-pregnancy, or this man changes mid-pregnancy and now this person isn't who you want to be with anymore. And before y'all get started in my comments, imagine those women who are married and they have 3 and 4 and 5 kids and the man just abandoned ship. So before y'all, you need to be married. No, it's a lot of women who are married and they tired too. It's so many things that can happen, that do happen during pregnancy. And I ain't even mad at them. I'm not. And then some women get tired of doing it alone. It's hard. Some women get tired of doing it alone. Some women get tired of begging for help. Some women have no village. Now, granted, I do have people that I do trust that do help me when I'm really in need and when I really have something to do. It's no need for me to go through the line of those people. Y'all know who y'all are, and I love y'all dearly. Some women just simply can't handle it. So I'm not even mad at y'all. I'm not. A lot of women are just sliding those children onto their fathers and putting themselves on child support. And yeah, that's what we have now. Yeah.
Does all of that, and you still took him to court for child support. How is that right? You have the kids 2 weeks, he has the kids 2 weeks out of every month. You both have your own places. You both take care of everything those kids need when they're with you. Every month. Anything extra that those kids need, you both split 50-50, right? The after school activities, the child care, you both split 50-50. It's his time to keep the kids for the 2 weeks out of the month. He never cancels, right? And why would you press child support? Do you know how many women can't even get $100 a month from the father of their children? So you want to press child support so he can do something through the system that he's already doing on his own. Wow. All I'm saying is, don't get so whipped that you ain't watching how she moves. I'm just saying. All I'm saying is, don't get so whipped that you ain't watching how she moves. I'm just saying.
Girl, shut up. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Mind your business. Y'all, please do not be friends with women like this. Like, most of the people that are fussing about child support don't even have $100 a month to pay. So how she just shut up. Women like this get on my nerves, girl. Why? I hope you get picked.
I didn't choose to put my ex-husband on child support. The state did. Depending on the state you are in, they can choose to have the father on child support. During our divorce proceedings, my ex-husband did not show up. Because of this allowed the judge to determine if I needed child support for our 4 kids or not. At the time, I was being one of those women, telling the judge, no, I don't want child support. The judge looked at me like I was a damn fool. But as time went by, I'm like, thank you, judge. In my state, that child support is first come, first serve.
It's the dads that have never been put on child support that have the most audacity. They don't realize how much grace you've actually given them without putting them on child support and without getting a court order to dictate your co-parenting relationship. These are the master manipulators, the ones that want to make you believe that you're not giving enough to them. Wow, that's crazy that you won't let me spend the night to see my kid. Wow, that's crazy that you won't pick up every second of the day to tell me what you're doing. Wow, that's crazy that you ask me for anything that our child needs. So wow, that's crazy that you won't give me a ride or meet me somewhere to see our kid. You know what's crazy to me is seeing a dad complain about exerting any level of effort to be involved in the child's life. And as soon as you set those boundaries, as soon as he gets put on child support and he realized that now the OAG's in his pockets, they stop with the wow, that's crazy. And I hate to say it, but as somebody that sees this day in and day out as a family law attorney, they stop seeing the kid too. Because it was never about the kid to begin with. It was always about you. It's crazy.
Hi, yes, child support is absolutely for the child and not to get your hair and your nails done. However, if you don't pay your child support, then the mother has to use her own money to buy food and clothes for your child. Now, there's no problem with her spending her money for half of those things, but the other half should be reimbursed by the man. Now, once you reimburse her for the money that she has already spent out of her own pocket, if she then chooses to get her hair and nails done, there's nothing you can do about it. She spent her money that she had because she didn't have to spend her money on your half of the child expenses. Do you see how that works?
I had just made a post maybe like a couple weeks ago pertaining to child support, and clearly a lot of you guys' panty were bunched. But however, guys, unless a man is willing to help you with a major bill that is contributing to the child, that man needs to be on child support. I understand some women be like, well, just give me $100 a week. Give me $125 a week. Guys, that's only $400 to $500 a month. At this time, we know child care is a band, a little over a band. I'm not letting nobody play in my face like that. Yeah, you may go to the courts, and depending on what the man make, he might end up getting less than that. And some females were like, well, I don't want to be nickeled and dimed by the court. Okay, but that man is nickel and diming you when he's still trying to be in your face. And then he really not helping you with the child. Go to the court, get your guaranteed nickel and your guaranteed dime, and get that man up out your face. Simple as that. A lot of women were like, well, I don't want to keep going to the court. I ain't never stepped not one foot in court. So I don't know what y'all talking about with that. Child is expensive. If a man is not really helping you as far as like physically with the child, like getting the child and actually helping with the expenses with the child, just put him on child support. The only issue that a lot of men have with child support is that they cannot control when and how much you get. That is it. That's the only issue that men have. Men want you to come to them whenever you need something for the child, but you should not be asking. It is not your job to be asking for anything when it comes to your child. The same way that man, the same way he eat, the same way he need draws for his, all of that is the same thing that your child need too. And I understand all you sister soldiers out there, I got this. Got it, babe, I got it too, but my child gonna always need something too. So yeah, I'ma need that. Like, period. I'ma need that. I don't care. And if I don't need it, my child gonna need it. Children always need stuff. Like, I'm always looking in my son's closet, seeing what he need. He growing like a weed. My child done hit 3 growth spurts over the past like 4 months. Your child gonna always need something. Like I said, it's cute for all you sister soldiers. I got it and all of that. That's cute. Have it, and I hope you do. But like I said, my child gonna always need something, and I'ma always need that coin. I don't care what nobody say. Unless a man is throwing you $800 plus a month, or he is helping you with a major bill that contributes to the child, he's playing in your face, and that man need to be on child support.
Like, it's your honorable, your man's in them, and I'm back with another one, all right? Child support has been ruled unconstitutional by a Supreme Court. Yeah.
No, I brought receipts. Pause to read. So in most cases, a Supreme Court ruling is like kryptonite to a judge. They have to consider it, whether you know or you don't know any case law. So hypothetically,
so let's take the state of Minnesota, for instance. A Supreme Court ruling deemed child support and the collective agencies unconstitutional because it violated the state's constitution for separation of powers.
And let's not forget that this ruling also deemed that under constitutional law, Article 3, Section 1, it violates it because lack of probable cause. So hypothetically, if one was to say spend $30 and go down and petition the clerk of court and cite what we just discussed, you'd probably be more pleased with the outcome of what the judge is going to say. I'm out. This has been your man's in them. Stay up.
Welcome, man. This is Ascal Terry Henry, man. And we on that money tip, man. If you want to know how to beat child support, and I did say beat child support is illegal. I done helped about 5 people so far get child support completely taken off their record, but they don't have to pay child support, and they have to pay you your back child support you paid. If you want to know how to do it, you hit me up, man. That's all I can tell you. It may cost you a little, it may cost you a lot, but it's gonna cost you. If you owe $100,000, $80,000, $60,000 in back child support, it may cost you $5 grand, but I guarantee you we can get it off you. It's
support is 100% unconstitutional. It's illegal. It is voluntary. But you really got to know the law. So what happened with me with child support is simply that I could not believe it was happening. Whatever compelled me to pick it up, because it called 3-4 times, it was definitely an African-American woman, police, and she was like, yeah, why don't you try putting something a little extra on that child support? It's Christmas time. She said, I moved across the country to put this in jail. Damn, if he got 50,000 on him, I don't want it. I want him in jail. So the judge said, what you want to do? I said, F it then, lock me up. F out of here.
Wow.
And you kept your money.
Worst mistake I ever made in my motherfucker.
It never fails that I do a video on child support, and then here comes somebody hotep two-stepping in the comments to tell me that child support is unconstitutional. And y'all really be believing it, because in the comments, y'all be saying it with y'all chest, okay? Child support is unconstitutional. Y'all better call the people. Y'all better stop paying it. Let me tell you something. If child support has, in fact, been declared unconstitutional by the Supreme Court, they didn't tell none of the lawyers, honey. We don't have that information. And they certainly didn't tell the judges either. So I am willing to bet that child support did not become unconstitutional, and it skipped over ABC and NBC and Fox News and CNN and all the judges and all the lawyers and made it into a TikTok comment. And that's where you're supposed to get your information. That's not a thing. It's not a thing that happened. Child support has never been, and I'm willing to guarantee that it will never be, declared unconstitutional. So the same energy that y'all putting into these comments about child support being unconstitutional, maybe put that into paying it.
Child support is constitutional. I'm sorry, but it's true. And if you're confused, or maybe you don't believe me because all of the TikToks are saying that maybe it's not constitutional, I'm here to tell you they're wrong, and you can't believe everything you read or see on the internet. Take a second, go Google search the U.S. Constitution and read it. If you're still confused as to why child support is constitutional, look up your state's constitution and read that. And if you still can't figure it out, go ahead and look up some opinions from the California Supreme Court about the constitutionality of child support.
So ladies, this is a tale as old as time. As an elder to some of you, I'm 41. I just want y'all to be wiser going forward if you don't have kids yet. Personally, I don't recommend having a baby at all right now because of the laws that are being made, because of inflation, because the jobs are not secure, because nobody's getting raises, the cost of living. It's just so many reasons why the birth rates are dropping right now. If y'all haven't looked at my birth rate video, go ahead and check that one out. I'll be making another one pretty soon here. And if you just want to have a baby, I wouldn't recommend having a baby before 30. If you can't find a man and you want to have a baby, they have sperm banks. If you just don't mind raising a baby alone, I don't know why you would want to do that right now because of what I just said. Yeah, but if you want to have a baby, I wouldn't recommend doing it before 30. Travel, get all of the degrees, certificates, whatever you can get right now. But like I said, the economy is not good. So even if you do all that right now, it's no guarantee that you're going to be able to make enough money to sustain a life, extra life outside of yours. So don't have a baby just because somebody tells you that they want one. A lot of women do that. Believe it or not, these men are telling them that you're going to have my baby, and then as soon as the women have the baby, like I said, tell us as time, they end up single moms. And that's fine if you can afford to be a single mom. Most women can't. If you can't afford to care for a baby with or without a man, you probably shouldn't be having a baby. That's just on period. But never try to be a stay-at-home mom, whether you're a girlfriend or a wife. Never, if you don't have a source of income coming in that you can be putting money to the side just in case you have to get you and your baby out of there or to safety. And keep your income separate from your boyfriend's. A lot of women don't listen to other women when we say that. I'm one of the women that didn't listen to my mom, and I do now, but I did when I first got married 18 years ago. I didn't listen to my mama when she told me that. I was just like the rest of y'all. That's why I said we're living and we're learning and we're teaching each other. We should always have our separate bank account. If you want to help your man pay bills and put money into a same account with him, fine, do that. But always have your money separate that he doesn't have access to. Me personally, I'm not paying a bill, never have paid a bill. So if that's what you want to do what makes you happy. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. But the most important thing that we really need to realize is that these men are dead serious about not paying child support, and they are out here taking women out by the thousands. So many pregnant women are getting taken out while they're pregnant. So many women who have just had their babies are getting taken out because these men don't want to pay child support. The reason I post the headlines like on the screen is just so y'all can look at them as I talk, so I won't have to stop and just read each one of them. But yeah, it's no joke out here. So if you know that you're with a man that's like diabolical and he's kind of off, don't try to get that man to pay child support without making sure you're safe first. Please move away. Make sure he doesn't know where you live. Keep you and your baby safe, because women are getting taken out a lot out here because of it. So just be safe, be wise, listen to your elders, and just know we care, you know, whether we're married or not. Like, I have people coming at me because I'm married and I'm giving advice to women about getting married and not getting married. I don't recommend marriage. Just because someone is married doesn't mean that they're gonna go around. I used to recommend it and I used to believe in marriage, but I don't at this age, and at this point in life, at this age, I don't believe that nothing is too much different when you're married, except maybe finances, but it's all the same. If you're married, you still have a separate bank account. If you're in a relationship, have a separate bank account. You got a baby, do all the same things I'm telling you. Just be wise, protect your peace, and just stay in touch with your women family members and your female family members. That's one problem that we have as women. We don't have a community. So when things do go left, we don't have 1 or 2 or 3 women to reach out to that can help us get on our feet, or, you know, give us housing while we're trying to, you know, build ourselves back up. So, but if y'all listen to these tips, you wouldn't have to try to build yourself back up. You'll just prevent it altogether. So I'm going to get out of here. That's all I have to say, ladies. Thank you for checking this video out, and thank you for supporting. I'm elated that I'm at 1,700. I know it took me a year and a half, but I just thank you all so much. And get down in the comments and let me know what you think about this video. Bye.